Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer over at Star Wars Celebration, it left a lot of fans very eager and excited for the upcoming trailer 2 of this film that is all set and ready to provide a better idea of the tone of this movie by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to be a revelation movie. It's going to have a lot of saga-wide implications to the Skywalker saga itself, which could be a good or a bad thing. But at the end of the day, we do know that the marketing of this movie will come into full swing by the end of this month of August over at D23 starting on August 23rd. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer 2 of this movie, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where Rey is wielding her ignited lightsaber, where it's said that she is running toward Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren. It said that Kylo has his lightsaber ignited with his helmet on, where Rey is sprinting toward Kylo with an angry face in the middle of a chaotic battlefield. It said that the shot is very dark and gritty with multiple explosions seen in the background from the First Order. The next describes a sequence in which Rey is walking into a large underground city, where a revised track of the Force theme begins to play by John Williams, where new voices of Obi-Wan Kenobi are said to be heard in the background, where Kenobi sounds like Ewan McGregor except older. One of the tall structures is said to belong to the Prime Jedi Temple, where Rey eventually rock climbs up a large wall to an inspiring new theme for the Jedi that John Williams composed for the movie. The last describes a sequence where Kylo Ren is said to be wearing his helmet, where he is said to be in a confrontation with his mother Leia, where he eventually takes off his mask, where Kylo appears to be emotionally unstable, as if he is ashamed of something as he confronts his mother. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a very action-packed movie, but at the same exact time, it's going to be a very emotional movie, right? It's going to be a very emotional-driven movie for many of the characters like Rey, Kylo, Leia, Luke, you know, the list goes on. So, the one piece that I really want to go over that I believe is going to connect to everything that we have been hearing about involving, you know, The Force Awakens and Obi-Wan Kenobi's involvement in that movie, is that when she's entering this underground world, which, by the way, without a doubt, is the Lost City that we have been talking about for a very long time now, as she enters that world, it's said that a Force Ghost voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi is said to be heard in the trailer, where you do get to hear him talking as if it sounds like Ewan McGregor, except older. Now, they kind of did this in The Force Awakens, and there's a reason as to why J.J. Abrams did this, and he didn't want to actually reveal this to the fans until at some point in time in the future. And that now you can really see how everything is starting to connect and how he's really trying to make The Force Awakens make a lot more sense by using The Rise of Skywalker to answer a lot of those burning questions. So Obi-Wan Kenobi and his Force Ghost voice being inserted into the upcoming trailer as Rey enters this large Jedi structure, or this large underground world, full of Jedi structures I should say, is very inspiring to say the least, because as this all happens, a revised track of the Force theme is said to play as, of course, she witnesses the tall structures that belong to the Prime Jedi. Now, the other thing that I do want to go over is, of course, the moment in which we have Kylo Ren confronting his own mother, Leia, where it's described that he feels ashamed. Now, without a doubt, he feels ashamed about killing his own father, Han Solo, because now he has to face reality. Now he's facing his own mother, you know, one who also loved Han Solo. And you can only imagine what's going through Kylo Ren's mind at this point in time, where he's got the helmet on, he takes it off in front of Leia, his own mother, very similar to what he did with Han Solo, his father. He was wearing the helmet, he takes it off. So you can see the similarities of what JJ's trying to do here. Now, the thing here is this: we do know that there is going to be a complex relationship between Kylo and Leia in this movie, not just because of storytelling purposes, but for technical reasons. They have to get this done right because Carrie Fisher was not with us in order to do a lot of different scenes, so they had to use a lot of unused footage from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, as well as mix and matching Carrie Fisher's head onto existing actresses dressed as Leia. So I'm starting to wonder how they're going to do dialogue and everything related to those lines. It probably does match up with what we were talking about not too long ago, that they were going to hire somebody to do ADR work, you know, replacing the dialogue and sounding like Leia, and matching Leia's, you know, mouth movements in order to provide new pieces of dialogue for new scenes. And the last piece that I just want to touch on that really sounds very epic is where Rey is sprinting toward Kylo and the Knights of Ren, as they are all in a standoff just waiting for Rey to attack on the First Order battlefield with multiple explosions. So you can see how chaotic this movie is going to be by JJ and George Lucas and what they're really trying to do to make this an all-out war and a war to end all wars. So yeah, anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.